What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about Aaron Rodgers and his huge game against the San Francisco 49ers last night. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Take a look at the numbers Aaron Rodgers is putting up. This is the pace that he is on. He's on pace to throw 48 touchdowns and 4 picks. Last year, he threw 26 touchdown passes. He's just 2 away from that at the midway point right now.
And yet people want to say Aaron Rodgers is washed up, Aaron Rodgers is old. Come on now.
So let's bring the crew in here for the conversation. And Ryan Clark, I am starting with you. As you watch Aaron Rodgers play right now, and you're a guy who has gone up against him at his very best in the Super Bowl, in fact, what are we seeing? What is the most important thing to say about the Packers
You're seeing a ball in Aaron Rodgers
coming off last night?
You know what? We're seeing a happy Aaron Rodgers. And obviously, it's not just about this game. They went up against a team that had 2 arms behind their back, and they kept punching them in the jaw because the team couldn't block it. And that's what we saw when you saw the San Francisco 49ers being beat up, playing against a Green Bay Packer team that is clicking offensively. They get Aaron Jones back. But when you see Aaron Rodgers having fun, when you see Aaron Rodgers sitting back in the pocket, throwing off of his back foot to Valdez-Scantling, and he's wide open, that's the type of Aaron Rodgers we're used to seeing, the guy that's fearless, pushing the ball down the field, and unbelievably accurate everywhere else. And we saw those 2 things against the Houston Texans, and now this week against the San Francisco 49ers. But he's going to do that if you can't put pressure on him. Right now, Aaron Rodgers is playing the best ball we've seen him play since 2016, and he's definitely in the MVP conversation. But more than anything, he's able to carry a team again. So if you protect Aaron Rodgers and you play a little bit of defense, if he gets hot, that's how you win a Super Bowl. But the rest of the Green Bay Packers have to do their part because Aaron Rodgers is on fire right now.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers is definitely on fire. So let's take a quick look at his stats from last night. So he went 25 for 31 for 305 yards, 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, and his completion percentage was 80%. That man is balling. So on the year, his stats are he's thrown for 2,253 yards. He's thrown for 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, only 2 interceptions, and his QBR is 86.9. So Aaron Rodgers is definitely balling out of control. The only loss that I have a problem with is when they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when he threw no touchdowns and threw 2 picks. And that's it. Other than that, Aaron Rodgers has been balling out of control.
I guess, Rob Ninkovich, you know what a championship team looks like. You've played on them. Does this look like a championship team to you?
Yeah, well, look, defense wins championships. So when I look at the Packers, their ability to create turnovers, get to the quarterback, I think that's the most important thing. With the Smith, you got a guy on the edge where you have to account for his pass rush ability. We saw in that game a sack fumble, forced fumble, turnover. Then Green Bay is able to capitalize because you have Aaron Rodgers. And just like when somebody jumps off sides, and just like there's a penalty in that game, when Aaron Rodgers has the ability to take a shot to try and get up on you, he's going to do that. And when you can create turnovers and you have a defense that can create turnovers with the pass rush, getting after quarterbacks, because the last time I checked, this is a quarterback-driven league, and if you can get to the quarterback, you can win. And if you got Aaron Rodgers on your team, that helps as well. So,
Yeah, so I would say, in all fairness to the 49ers are pretty beat up. They're missing, Bosa and a couple other guys. So if they're not, Aaron Rodgers didn't see the 49ers at full strength. So as far as their defense is the number 17th ranked defense overall. As far as yards given up, and they've given up 2,763 yards. So the defense is average, kind of decent. The offense is 9th overall, but definitely Aaron Rodgers is balling out of control, and I just want to see him keep playing.
I definitely think that they have the best opportunity to win the division.
David Pollack, what did you see last night?
Well, everybody looks good against the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, Shanahan was literally
the 39ers don't even have the people to be the 49ers.
Who is this guy? Yeah, exactly. The defensive packages are like, all right, you go in there, 36, 54. I mean, they're a ravaged unit. So, no. Did you watch? I'm not forgetting Green Bay last week against the Vikings, okay? Y'all can talk to me about this defense. Yep. I saw it last week, too. So, their defense still has to prove it to me throughout the year. And that pass rush you talked about, it hasn't been great. It hasn't been like it was a year ago. The turnovers haven't been there. But I'll tell you what, to me, Aaron Jones being back makes this offense unstoppable because
Huge.
Devontae Adams is his dude, and they get so much through him. They're so creative with the way they get him the football. But Aaron Jones being able to slip him out and get him the ball on screens, and his speed and ability to make people miss, and his toughness to run the football with Aaron Rodgers, with Adams, I think that makes it a triplet that makes this offense unstoppable that can go tick for tack. But please, Ninkovich, don't sell me on this defense because they just beat me, you, and Ryan Clark because the 49ers didn't have nobody out there.
Yeah, again, a win's a win, but also, you got to give some type of credit to the 49ers because they don't have they have a depleted defense, and actually the team is depleted with injuries, and it's just a bad year for them.
It's important to remind anyone who hasn't been paying attention this week. The 49ers are as decimated between the combination of injury and COVID, as decimated as any team you could ever possibly imagine. So that was a facsimile of their team that we saw last night. Meanwhile, RC, you had an interesting tweet last night, and this is not the usual kind, the kind that I read and everyone laughs. This one, you wrote, the season is basically halfway through, and I know less about the NFC than I did at the beginning of the season. Can any of y'all predict the NFC champion?
So how can you say he doesn't know much about the NFC when NFC is balling out of control? For one thing, you have the Green Bay Packers, obviously. You have the Seattle Seahawks taking care of business. Who else is in there? New Orleans. No, I wouldn't say that they're taking care of business because Breeze is kind of struggling. But there's a few good teams in the NFC. I don't know why we're talking like there's nobody in the NFC taking care of business. Tampa Bay Buccaneers definitely take care of business. So I don't know.
Said to you, Ryan Clark, the Packers could be that team. What would you say?
I'm on the same side as David Pollack. I don't think their defense is good enough. When you watch a defense get ran through and physically dominated the way that this team did against the Minnesota Vikings, and then you think back to last year giving up 300 on the ground to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship, I don't believe you can win a Super Bowl that way. So there'll be another one of these teams that's fun to watch, that's extremely good until they really need it in the divisional playoff or the NFC Championship, and they'll be kicked out because they cannot stop people.
David, you agree with that? You sounded very skeptical in your initial comments, but they do have Aaron Rodgers. When they get Allen Lazard back, they have some weapons. Obviously, Adams is special. Aaron Jones. Do they look like they could be the team that emerges from the NFC to you?
And by the way, Lazard is a big deal. He was balling. I mean, before he got hurt, and again, it gives him another toy, another weapon. But no, I'm not going with them over the Tampa Bay Bucks. I watched the Tampa Bay Bucks on defense. They swarm, they hunt, they'll make life hard for Aaron Rodgers. They'll at least break serve a couple times. And then when I look at that Packers defense, I just don't know that they're good enough to consistently be able to do. And by the way, we just get to, Antonio Brown, come here. You ready? Go ahead and let's get in here too. So it's just going to get filthier on offense for the Bucs.
You see the odds on your screen. The Buccaneers are the favorites to come out of there, and that is right. I mentioned Rodgers has thrown 2 picks this year. Both of them were practically consecutive in that game against